Hi everyone, this is Cherie from Paper Pieces and Leftovers. This is boy number 2 from Backyard Beach Party Boys, a file from Marjorie Ann Designs. Let me just start off by saying glue the legs on and then the body, not the body and then the legs. There's a triangle that sticks out from the top of his shorts, which is part of the leg. I lucked out because it's hidden by the floaty. I was going to cut it off, but by the time I did my voiceover and sped up the video, I probably would have forgotten. So I left it intentionally and pointed to it to make sure I reminded myself, just to give you guys that heads up. So glue the legs and then the body on, and then I'm going to put his shorts on. And here I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a push to make sure it's down. There's the corner triangle that I was telling you guys about. I had a little bit of excess base cut over or left over, so I cut it off. Now, the floaty, here's the trick. Only glue down the top back part onto the base, the top back half. You want to leave off the bottom half until you get him situated. And that's how to make him look like he is inside the floaty. No, his head does not fit. His body does not fit. I already tried. Don't judge me. That was so funny. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing it right, so I tried to shove his head through the hole. I tried to thread his body. It doesn't work. So the green pieces also, there are 6. 3 go on the back half, 3 go on the back top half, 3 go on the bottom front half. But I only used 2 on the back top half. I did not use the middle one. That was just something I chose not to do. You guys can put it down if you like. I inked it because I wasn't sure, but I ended up not using it that way. It is going to be there, and if you guys wonder why I have a leftover piece, it did go in the back behind him. Alright, so after the shorts are on and I started gluing the floaty, I went ahead and put his head and nose on. And now I'm just going to touch up his eyes because I wanted not so much of the black chalk on the bottom or the top inner part of the eye, so I just clean it up. I normally clean it up after the video's done, but I went ahead and did it now. Excuse me, allergies. We had some crazy weather here in California. We've been getting thunderstorms with some sprinkles for like 20 minutes and then thunderstorms, and it goes away for a day or two and then it's back, but the wind is ridiculous. Hence, I'm a little bit froggy. Sorry about that. So now the sides of his hair get glued on first, my little old man, just until I add the top part of his hair, and then he looks like a cute little boy again. See what a difference hair and eyes can make to a file. So this part right here, do not glue his whole back. I caught myself because I was distracted watching Dexter, only because it's been 10 years since Dexter's been on, and it's back out, the new blood, and so I'm rewatching all 7 seasons in order to start the new blood, just so it's fresh. Anyhow, you didn't need all that, but I gave it to you. His arms go behind the body before you glue him down to the floaty. Now, looking at him on the right side, that right arm was longer, so I pushed in a little bit further, and the measurement I used to make him as even as I could is the thumbs went behind the ears. Now you're going to glue him onto the floaty, and that triangle leg piece is going to get hidden, thankfully. Here, what I did, though, is I grabbed a Zot in the medium size. I'm going to put one on the left of him and one on the right of him just to keep the bottom part of the floaty flush. That way it doesn't end up sinking down on the side of his body and indenting over time from the weight of the books. This is not anything you have to do. This is my preference. You could even just cut a little circle of cardstock out and put the cardstock down if you like, or nothing at all. It's up to you. So now you're going to butt the 2 halves together and bump those up. Push them as close together as you can get them without overlapping. And I started with the middle, just so I went by the middle of his legs instead of the middle of his stomach. It doesn't matter which way you go. I just tried to get it in the middle as much as I could. And now both of those rounded parts, this part that I'm picking up, are the right ones. I wanted to make sure, though, just because that other piece, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit 4 on the bottom, but I went with the 3 and I liked it. I wanted to see if I could fit the 4th one on there just to kind of give me more green, but it wasn't going to work, so I ended up not doing it. Now this is my chalking tool. I got these from Amazon. The link is in one of the comments on my Facebook under the completed pictures. I can always add it again if you want. I love this tool. The one larger end has a cap, and the thinner end that I'm going to use on his hair actually slides in and out of the little tip and closes, so that way it stays clean. And all I did with my Pan Pastel Titanium White is just add it in the green areas. That way it matched the floaty that came with the accessories. There is the smaller tip that I'm using to add the highlights on top of the hair, just where the sun would hit technically, in my mind. And I wanted the green parts to be a little bit deeper, and after I finish that, I'm going to add some Nuvo drops. You could do whatever extra embellishments you want or none at all. It's up to you. This is just my choice. I liked how it looked on the accessories, so I did the same with him in the floaty. I did not add 4 to the front ones, just 2 on each corner, and I did 4 on the back. Then I will grab my 08 Jelly Roll gel pen. I'm only going to put 1 line on his hair, and then I'll go through and add the lines to the floaty, long lines. I add little wisps of white, but not anything that's really prominent. And here I went with the tops of the bottom, and he's about done, guys. Any questions, feel free to ask. Have a good day.